Hey, how's it going everybody? Neil Solano here, and today I'll be showing you where and how to download the TI-30XS calculator, the digital version of it. This is just the 90-day free trial. After the 90 days, it will expire, so we got to make sure we do everything that we can in those 90 days to learn this calculator in and out. What you got to do is open up Google and type in TI-30XS on-screen calculator download. Okay, at the top, the very first one, that's the one that we're going to be clicking on, takes us to this page. As you can see here under the download items section, we got these two links. All right, if you're under Windows, you'll be clicking on this first link. If you're on a Mac, the second one. All right, you click on it, and then at that point is all on you guys. You guys got to follow the prompts of, the open file, the run this software, You'll click on the free trial version. Unless you want to pay, you could pay for the full license of it. But I guess at that point, you might as well just go to Best Buy or Staples and buy yourself a physical calculator of this, which only costs like $16-17 or something like that. Right now that we've downloaded the calculator, we need to go over the in and outs of it. So during these upcoming videos, we're gonna master the calculator, but so that you're a little prepared for that level of instruction that I'm going to be giving you, I wanted to make this video also to kind of give you a rundown on some of the buttons and some of the handy tricks that it's going to give you. Just a quick little introduction of everything in regards to this calculator. So starting in the top corner, the second button, if you notice this button right there, it is green. It's a green button. All right, this button you have to click on if you ever want to activate the secondary, that's why it has a second sign there, the secondary function of a button. For example, if you look over, I don't know, for a good example, the squared button right here, if you look at my cursor, this is the button to add a squared. So 5, then you click on this button to add a squared. There it is, right? And you push enter, which is sort of like your equal sign, and then you get the answer 25. The thing is, this squared button has a secondary function, has a secondary job, if you will, and the way you activate that is by clicking on that second button. And then if you click on it, what is the secondary function exactly? It's the square root sign. Don't worry if you don't understand any of this, of what a square root is, of what a squared is. Don't worry, that's what we're going to get into in future videos. But the thing is, you just need to know that each button has a secondary function, and this button in particular, its secondary function is the square root sign. How could we tell that though? Look above the button. Look at this green square root sign. That's right, each button tells you what the secondary function is. It's right above it, and it's green to obviously indicate you have to activate it by clicking on that green button, the second button. Yeah, here you can push the rest of your stuff that you need, come up with your answer, boom. So that's the secondary function button. A couple other handy buttons is this arrow pads here. For all of you that are gamers, this should be easy. It's just like the D-pad on a controller. It's your up, it's your down, it's your left, it's your right. So when is this useful? Well, let's say we had a fraction. Here's the fraction button. Boom. If we wanted to put a 6 there, how do we go down? Well, obviously you go down, and next thing you know, we're down below on the denominator side of things, and we could push a 9. Let's say I wanted to make an operation like a 6 over 9 plus 3 over 4. Well, that's when you go to the side, you see. So now we could add the operations, which is on this section here. We have the division, the multiplication, the minus, the add. So I'm going to add in this example, and then I'm going to do a fraction again, and like I said, 3, scroll down, 4, and then enter, and we'll let the calculator do all the calculations for us. This is the clear button. This clears everything, but don't worry, if you click on the up button, you could go through all the previous stuff that you've done. If that was the clear button, I'm going to show you the delete button. So let's say we go 56 times 9, 8, parentheses, 5, parentheses, squared, and then I'm like -6, and we're like, oh no, I put a 9 instead of a 2. It was supposed to be a 2. Do not click clear, because then you'd have to redo this whole thing. All you need to do is click on delete. It's kind of like your backspace. And here you could adjust the error that you made into a 2. So that's the delete button. Extremely handy and time saving. Okay, time is, I'm going to mention a lot in these YouTube videos because time is key on the GED test, on all the subjects tests. So let's push clear again. I now want to go over the convert button. So sometimes you'll get weird answers. For example, let's say we do 5 plus the square root of 7, go to your right, -9, and you push enter, and we get something weird like that. The square root of 7 -4. That's not what you're going to see on the GED. On the GED answer, on the multiple choice answers, you'll see actual numbers, probably obviously decimal numbers, maybe whole numbers, who knows, but you won't see this answer, that's for sure. And that's because the calculator sometimes dishes out answers as in the math world it's called radicals, but don't worry about that term. All you gotta know is that the calculator sometimes dishes out answers that just looks ugly, plain ugly, right? So what we want to do is learn the convert button, which is the button right above the enter sign, this one right here. Whenever we get an ugly answer, we convert, all right? And what it does is get that ugly answer, and then it dishes it out in straight number form, all right? In this case, the square root of 7 -4 is -1.3542486889. On the GED multiple choice answers, what you might just see as your final answer is maybe -1.35 because they rounded, right? But in order to have known at least remotely how which one would be the correct answer, as closest to this answer as possible, is by clicking on that convert button. That convert button is extremely important. Every other button that's on the calculator we'll go over in depth during our math lessons for the upcoming videos. So this is just a quick rundown of the calculator for now. The last thing I just want to show you is something that you should do if you are going to take any of your tests and you're handed a calculator. I really, we're talking about a physical calculator here. I really recommend, before you even start your test, is to do this one thing. Click on second, the second button, and click on the 0 button, because that secondary function of the 0 is reset. Reset, then you could scroll down to yes, I want to reset, push enter, and then it's going to clear your memory. The reason why I recommend doing that is because sometimes the person before you somehow, some way, jacked up the calculator. Like when you go to push a parentheses, it does something else. It's like I've seen it before, right? So just clear the memory and then start from scratch. You could clear that now, and now you have a fresh new calculator that you could be safe, no issues going on during your test. So hopefully this was helpful, you guys. Again, if you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side. Peace.